Yeah, I've recently come across a really great voice amplifier. Maybe you use a voice amplifier for open air preaching like I do. Maybe it's something you might use as a teacher or as a tour guide. Maybe a coach out on a football, baseball track kind of a field to get your players' attention. All kind of various applications. I wanted to do a review of this. I've been using it now a few times. This is a great voice amplifier, and I've used quite a few of them in my life. This one is called the Gigaphone SV40. It's a 40 watt unit. It looks small, and I was rather taken back by its small size. Man, this is powerful. You're going to see some video here in just a bit that my wife took of me as I was out on a street corner, like I do several times a week, and also campuses. I preach the gospel of Jesus Christ out in the open. And so she's taken a video of me, and she goes back further and further and further away to see how far back that she can very clearly hear what's being said, that it's coming forth without being maybe garbled or anything like that. And she went quite a ways back. In fact, you're going to see her go between some courthouse buildings at our county seat, where I go every Friday typically. And she goes through the center of those buildings and to the street on the other side, which is every bit of 150 to 200 yards. And she said, I could still hear you crisp as could be. And then she went around the buildings, and she said, I could hear you partway around, but then she lost me and came back out way over here to my left, 75 to 100 yards away. And she said it was just clear and crisp. All the while, I had the Gigaphone pointing straight. The point being, even though it was pointing straight, it was not on my body. It was on my podium. It was broadcasting very wide, side to side. I mean, that's amazing that not only was it going forward 150 to 200 yards, but it was also going off to my left, and I assume off to my right, about another 75 to 100 yards. And she said that she could have kept on walking and still heard me for a while more, but she started coming back toward me. This is a great voice amplifier. If you're looking for a voice amplifier, whatever it is you might need one for, give this a strong consideration. I got mine. A friend gifted it to me, but you can get these on Amazon. They're currently available. This is February 28th of 2023. They're $188.10. That's a lot of money, but I think you'll get what you pay for. At least that's been my experience so far. Let me give you a few specifications on this. I don't want the video to get too long. Again, this is a 40 watt unit. They have them in smaller wattages. They also have a 50 watt unit that I hope to be able to get my hands on rather soon, use it, and also give a review of it. So again, this is a 40 watt unit, and let me give you some pros and cons to this. So the pros, this is loud. This is loud, and it's very clear. Very good technology that they're using. It's small in size, and whether you want to hang it around your neck, use this around as a belt loop, or set it somewhere like I do. It's very lightweight, so it's not going to be a burden on you, if you will. It has a replaceable battery, very easy to get to. There's a compartment on back. If you need to replace the battery, it's $28, and that includes shipping from the company. At least I think it includes shipping. I haven't bought it yet, but they said that they sent me a PayPal request for $28, so I'm sure that's the case. So $28, including shipping. So that's not bad at all. there's been some people who have complained that the battery life is short. In other words, how much time you're going to get out of it as you're using it. So a week ago Friday, I used it for the first time, and I was preaching on a street corner, and I was preaching for an hour and a half straight. I never stopped, and this was fully charged. And so when it's whatever the battery level is, there's a little LED screen right here, and it shows 4 bars. So after 1.5 hours of continuous use at the highest volume, it went from 4 bars to 2 bars. So conceivably, I still had, somewhere maybe close to half a battery life left, something like that. I could have gone, quite a bit longer than that. So that was after an hour and a half. So my question for you, if you have a concern about the battery life, how much you'll use it in a day, let me ask you a couple things. If you're a street preacher, if you're a tour guide, if you're a teacher, if you're a coach, this is going to last you 2.5 to 3 hours probably. And I don't know how you would use it much longer than that in a day, but maybe you would. So one of two things. I carry in my backpack, and this isn't heavy at all, this is a 43,200 milliamp per hour battery backup, and it's got AC plug here on front, so it's like plugging it into a house outlet. So I could charge this when I'm out in the field somewhere, and it's got USB ports and things like that on it too. So you could charge it out in the field. So really the battery life should not be a concern to you, quite honestly. So this is really a great little unit. There's no real fancy bells and whistles to it. You have a push button here for power. You hold it down for 1 or 2 seconds, fires right up. That's all you need. And then it's got your volume button, and over here that you use, and you have a plug here for auxiliary, so you could plug, let's say you wanted to plug your computer into this and play music through this for some reason, it'll do that. So you have an auxiliary plug, and then over here you have the inlet or the jack where you would plug for your microphone. Now this comes with a microphone. It comes with about 3 different kinds of microphones. Has a headset, a lapel mic, and then a microphone that you could hold up to somebody and let them talk, or you could talk into it yourself. What I like to use myself is a wireless headset. So this is it's a Beatron headset. Again, I got it from Amazon. And very simple. It's got a switch here. You turn it on. This has a switch, the receiver. Turn it on. They automatically pair. I don't have to do anything else. You put this inside of your Gigaphone, and you're ready to speak or whatever you want to do. You don't have any additional wires. This is a great option, and the Gigaphone is $188 right now at Amazon, and this headset is $30 at Amazon. And I bought 8 of these headsets. I know that sounds crazy. I've given 4 away to friends that needed a good wireless headset. I still have 4 of these left, and so these work great. So that's sort of an overview of the Gigaphone. This is a phenomenal voice amplifier, and I look forward to getting a 50 watt pretty soon and being able to do both a comparison between it and the 40 watt to see maybe how much further the 50 watt goes, and if there's any other differences. I've seen pictures of it, that there's other things you can do with it as well, and it's a wireless version, so it comes already with a wireless headset. But so that's really it. Wanted to give a few little pros and cons. I was going to say any cons. well, maybe one con could be money, $188. It's not inexpensive, but it's great technology. So don't let the $188 prohibit you from going ahead and investing in something like this. Somebody may say the short battery life is a con. Well, I think I addressed it. I could have probably gone 2.5 or 3 hours the other day. I stopped at an hour and a half. And also, even out in the field, this was $70 from Amazon. That's not a bad price. Sorry, a battery just rolled off. So anyway, just some considerations. Look it up on Amazon. I don't get any financial reward from Amazon. Just giving you a review of this from a first-hand user. I used it again on Sunday, and I used it again today at a university campus, a huge university. And this just did fantastic. Gets my voice way out there, as it'll do for you. So consider this, and if you're looking for a great voice amplifier, consider buying this. It's the Gigaphone SV 40W. Yeah, hope you enjoy. What we're going to do now is you're going to see my wife videotaping me, or videoing me. We're using the family camcorder. It doesn't have the greatest of pickup, so don't let the quality of the audio on the camcorder totally influence your opinion of this Gigaphone. I interviewed my wife for a couple moments afterwards and let her say how well she could hear me. And my wife has a phenomenal set of ears, okay? And so she was extremely impressed with it. So anyway, we're going to break away to that, and then after that, the video will be over. But you're going to see my wife videoing me and going further back, and you'll be listening to this Gigaphone while I'm preaching out on a street corner. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope it was of some help to you as you're considering maybe a new voice amplifier for whatever your need might be. Thanks. Appreciate you watching. Test.
Friends, there's nothing more important than where you'll spend eternity. Have you considered the state of your soul before a holy God? Have you thought about what would happen if today was the last day of your life? It's running out. God's word says that it is appointed for men to die once, and then comes judgment. He said, I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek, and for all of humanity. Because God knows is available for you today, my friend. That you can be saved, you can have eternal life. You can be reconciled to God, the very God you sinned against. Spiritual life, and you'll never perish, and no one will snatch you out of his hands. Plenty of people go to church but they're on their way to hell. And if they die in the church, they go right from the pew to hell. There's nothing you can do, my friend, to merit forgiveness and eternal life without a gift. This salvation is a gift. Jesus Christ, my Lord.